NASA will land a spacecraft on an asteroid called Bennu. It's as old as our solar system, about 4.5 billion years old. And this morning, Danielle Jones from NASA is here to explain its mission. So why did NASA choose Bennu?
Well, first of all, we're looking for an asteroid or a near-Earth object in this case that had that was big enough for us to study, but also wasn't so small that we couldn't track it down and stay near it because they have very low gravity. So, and it's a near-Earth object, so it's less than 1 astronomical unit away from us. So, which is about from here to the sun.
Okay.
It's fairly close. Every 6 years, it lines up with the Earth, which is perfect for what we're looking for. So, it's going to come back in 2023.
What do you have to learn from this?
I mean, there's so much to learn from this. A sample return mission is basically when we go somewhere, take a sample of the material, whatever we're looking for, and bring it back and study it. Not only that, but we're going to take it as a time capsule for future generations. Like, we're still now studying things that we got from the Apollo missions because we've got new technology that we didn't have back then. And so we kind of divvy it out for years and years, and we've invented tools because of that. Not only that, but there's a commercial aspect to something like this when you learn how to mine asteroids. And when you learn what they're made of, we can learn how to kind of interact with them because there is a high probability that this asteroid will come in contact with Earth. When I say high probability, I mean like 1 in 1,700. But that's a pretty good chance. So,
weren't they broken off from planets as they were formed, or is it
right?
Okay, so could you determine if the planets in our solar system, which planet it came from then?
It's basically, it came from the creation of our solar system. It's a time capsule of the geological history. So, whenever solar systems form, it's extremely violent. We're talking supernovas or red dwarfs exploding, and these are just remnants of that. And the remnants are 4.5 billion years old, and they haven't come in contact with anything else since then. So they're not contaminated. That's why we wouldn't do the same with a meteorite that's here on Earth that's already landed, because once it crosses through our atmosphere, it burns up, destroys a lot of the organic material, and it gets contaminated with everything on Earth. So now we have this very pure way to study the building blocks, the carbon building blocks of life as we know it.
I mean, it sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
And the spacecraft's going to land on the asteroid around 12:45?
Yes. Yes. Well, it's sort of landing. It's basically equipped with these kind of pogo sticks.
Okay.
Because it doesn't, I mean, literally that's basically what they are, because the gravity is so low that it's going to have to bounce on and map, and basically the idea is that it's going to map what this thing looks like, because as of now we really don't even know what it looks like.
It'd be like us bouncing along in a swimming pool, kind of that.
Exactly, yeah, kind of floating along, trying to take a sample, taking a map, and then our engineers are going to look at that map, see what this kind of looks like, and determine the best place for it to touch down. It's going to shoot in a gas into the rocks or material. It's going to then recycle up and shoot up into like a canister. And then it'll come back here in 2023.
Was this a SpaceX
That's
mission?
amazing.
Was it shot?
This is OSIRIS-REx, yes. So it was a Falcon 9, I think, 2 years ago. So and we had the opportunity for it to go last August, but a year before then we actually found a good window. And nothing ever launches early. So, but when you have a 6-year exact time scale and things are very precise, you got to take it.
Right.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
It fascinates me how they're even able to make this happen and
It's the first
land
time.
the spacecraft.
And we can watch this live?
Yeah, you can watch Mission Control live, and they're going to
cool.
have different feeds. I'm not quite sure what you'll see, but just like with Insight, you're going to be able to see all this work kind of come to fruition, and I can't wait to see what we find.
Well, as a person who grew up playing asteroids before your time, I'm very excited about this.
You're basically an astronaut.
Yes, basically.
You basically are. I mean,
Almost.
you can have my last name if you want it.
Well,
It's
people
fine.
in the station call me a rocket scientist. I don't know.
No, space cadet. Space cadet. There's a difference there.
Oh, is that what
Go to nasa.gov/NASA-live, and that's where you can watch live. Matt?
But when you think of Johnson County, you don't necessarily think of needy families, but